Joseph Corcoran's final words before Indiana execution. An Indiana man was put to death for killing his brother and 3 other men in the state's first execution in 15 years on Wednesday. Joseph Corcoran, 49, was pronounced dead at 12:44 a.m. Central Standard Time at the Indiana State Prison in Michigan City, the Indiana Department of Corrections said in a statement. According to 21 Alive News, when asked if he wanted to say any final words, Corcoran responded, "Not really. Let's get this over with." He was then put to death with the powerful sedative pentobarbital, according to the local news station. His final meal was Ben & Jerry's ice cream, according to prison officials. Newsweek has contacted the Department of Correction for further comment via email. The execution went ahead without any witnesses from the media present. Indiana and Wyoming are the only 2 states that do not permit members of the media to witness state executions, according to the Death Penalty Information Center. Corcoran was sentenced to death in 1999 for the murders of his brother James Corcoran, 30, his sister's fiancé Robert Scott Turner, 32, and 2 other men, Timothy Bricker, 30, and Douglas Stillwell, 30. All were shot multiple times in Fort Wayne in July 1997. Court records state that Corcoran was under stress at the time of the shootings because his sister's upcoming wedding would have forced him to move out of the home he shared with his brother and sister. He loaded his rifle and fatally shot the men after waking up and hearing his brother and the other men talking about him, the records say. Corcoran's attorneys had long contested his death sentence, arguing that he had severe mental illness that impaired his ability to comprehend and make decisions. His attorneys had asked the Indiana Supreme Court to halt his execution, but the request was denied. Corcoran's execution came after Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb announced plans last summer to resume state executions after a years-long pause due to the difficulty in obtaining lethal injection drugs. Joseph Corcoran's case has been reviewed repeatedly over the last 25 years, including 7 times by the Indiana Supreme Court and 3 times by the U.S. Supreme Court, the most recent of which was tonight. Holcomb said in his statement following the execution, "His sentence has never been overturned and was carried out as ordered by the court." Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita added, "Early this morning, Indiana conducted its first execution since 2009. Joseph Corcoran's case worked its way through our judicial system, and today he finally paid his debt to society as justice was provided to his victims. A jury recommended and a judge imposed a sentence of death for the senseless murders of 4 people. My office fought to defend that sentence and state law every step of the way, and the Indiana Department of Correction carried it out professionally."